EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Alberta Classic. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Already teed up here at the second. Good swing, good shot yet again. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. So a drop shot. Frank, how about the first par 5 of the golf course here at the third? Just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. All right, Frank, what's the right play here on this second shot to the par 5 third?
Well, even though that hole is a dogleg to the right, the best way to bring it in actually is to use the general contours, which is right to left, and the shape of the shot in that direction as well. So it might look like a little cut, but it actually suits a little draw.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Even par, currently.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Now back over to the fourth. Frank, we're early in the second round. What have you seen so far?
I've seen a lot that can be improved on too, but there's enough good there. That's the main thing. You know, the scorecard doesn't always reflect how you're playing, but a little bit of basics out there. Fairways, greens, maybe knock a couple of putts in. All of a sudden, that scorecard looks different.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Oh my gosh, that hurts.
You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
You're right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, I didn't expect that. This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. Stroke that with authority. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. It's a good line off the tee here.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Goes to 6 under par for the tournament. What a display of golf. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, that's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Birdie try up next. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
It has been a ball striking clinic today, hitting one green after the next. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Wow, I thought he made that. That was not a very good read right there. And it drops for birdie. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. He'd settle for par here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's costly right there.
Painful.
So they'll tap in. But you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's no snack, though.
You hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. Not a gimme, but well within his range. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. That's cruel, that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Frank, a solid par right there. Maintains his position. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back nine. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot. Yeah, that's for sure. Standing there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
Just didn't read that one quite right. Has this one for par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you can have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
This is a good-looking shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So a tester from 4 feet. And that's in for a par. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
That will be a great look at birdie. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good putt. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Shouldn't be a problem here. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. A solid strike right in the heart of the green.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh my goodness, that one just rocketed by the hole. It's actually on the fringe right now. He has a 12-footer here. That's just a poor putt right there. No other way to say it. And a drop shot, a bogey at 17. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, at this stage of the championship, you cannot afford bogeys.
That's right. Now there's an even bigger gap between where they stand and the top of the leaderboard.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Good contact, good result. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. And from the fairway for his second shot here. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today.
Sneaks that in. We're now tied.
There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.